Hi guys, today I'm in the kitchen again today, and I'll see if I can boil this cold. I like corn. This is sweet corn, but compared to the normal non-sweet corn, the white one especially, that is normally found in the original country of Zimbabwe. That's what I like. That's what I prefer. And sometimes I have it roasted. But this one, so it seems to have too many small grains. The ones I'm talking about from Zimbabwe, they've got bigger grains, and when you boil them or roast them, and when you're eating them, you find that the grains are more suitable for chewing while socializing with other people. It's common to see Zimbabweans eating in Zimbabwe maize cobs, and you will find them sold on the roadside in many places, at the bus stations or bus stops. Anyone is expected to know that they can eat the maize cob. This is why I like it so much, because maybe I was brought up in that environment. So when I see these in Sainsbury's, I am tempted to get them because there's no option, there's no variety to choose. You only have this to take. So I want to see if I can boil them just as good as I use a normal system of boiling them. And I expected them to ripen or get cooked to the level that I planned. Unfortunately, these cobs, in Zimbabwe would call them immature cobs because the grains are soft. We would normally have a harder grain type that you could not break by squeezing with your thumb. But this I can easily break. I'll show you. I also have a hell of a lot of washing up to do today in Zimbabwe. The kitchen work is usually a woman's chore. But in the UK, they've been forced to do that because the women go to work and you spend a day without them. You have to cook, and cook for them as well. Make sure that you. But in my case, my wife always cooks. She's the best cook. Maybe that's why I married her. But she's the best cook. She knows how to cook what I want. She cooks it the way that my mother cooked. You see, a man believes in their mother. And when a woman mixes their mother, that's their woman. That's my woman. That's my one. One day you may meet it. But in this case, it's only me as Baba Kobe doing my own thing. I meant to take a walk, but for these cobs, I wanted to boil them before I go for a walk. If they're still light, I'll go for a walk. And also try my pocket tray, my Osmo DJ1 pocket tray. I have tried some settings on it to see if I can use it now, and I want to see if it can produce good results. If I do, then that will be the camera that I use mostly rather than my phone. This is the iPhone I got recently. This is an iPhone 16 Pro. I meant to get the Pro Max. Why? Because of the size. I had the impression that a bigger phone is better to handle, but I only realized that when I got the 16 Pro, it is not that bad, but it has got sufficient weight. I think it's battery. It has got sufficient weight in my hand that I feel that I'm holding the phone. It is heavy enough, not too heavy, not too light, but just right, like the other, better than the other phones that I used before. So I've used some Android, Samsung, they were good. Samsung that I had was a very good phone. But once I started using an iPhone, I've never looked back. Any other phone that I hold or I get does not really match the love that I have for an iPhone. So if Apple would see this video, anyone from Apple, they must believe that I am for Apple. And not just for Apple, I want the iPhone. I just hope they don't do anything worse to do this. Lately, there's been a problem with the lightning charger on the last iPhone 13 that I had, and the one that my son had. Because in our family, we almost all have iPhones. The lightning charger, the port, it seems to be having problems. I don't know if it is going to okay with this C type of a charger, but I think it looks better, and it's easy to plug in, and I'm quite sure it should be able to last longer than the lightning. The lightning had its own problems, but it was one of the best before before the C came into operation. So the lightning was one of the best breakthrough in the chargers for iPhone, better than the older, wider ones. Remember the old wide thing with the too many little things that you put in a wide gap on the iPhone. It was so huge because really, if I get my old one somewhere, I'll show you if you have not seen one. But for now, let's get to the cooking. I might not be cooking because if I start cooking, I don't do anything. So you forgive me and just watch what I'm doing. The best thing is not to wash up this. The best thing is to get the pot boiling with the pot while I wash the dishes. So by the time the dishes are done, the pot should be ready too. Good idea. It's killing two birds with one stone, so to say. English is one subject that I might have done better if I had gone further, but I enjoy speaking it if I can express myself well. I don't know if I am doing it now. Please put it in the comment section and let me know if my English is good enough for you to enjoy what I'm saying and understand. And today I'm using my iPhone with this microphone. I hope it is working. If it is, please just comment in the comment section. English is a wide subject. I've put a book that I am writing about English for beginners. I don't want to go too much into it, but as soon as I'm through, I'll publish it, and then you find a way. It will be some kind of EPUB, an ebook, so that everybody can easily get it for a small amount. And maybe that will be enough just for you to assist me to meet the cost of paying for this iPhone that I'm recording with. It is so good an iPhone, and I don't regret paying for whatever Apple charge, although I cannot really afford it. Strictly speaking, it is an expensive phone, but one has to have one if they really are into Apple. Now let's get to the cooking, otherwise we won't be doing anything today. Now, just leave the pot here. I think this one will go. When boiling cold, you don't put too much water. If you put too much water, it boils and dilutes the taste. But if you put enough, it will boil and still retain the taste of the cold in it. That's how I see it. I don't know if anybody else has got a better explanation, but that's how I see it. And I've seen everyone boiling cold. They don't really put so much water. They boil, they put enough water for the heat from the water and the steam to cook. I think the steam is more ideal for cooking. Where the steamer they would cook water. Because sometimes in this way, if the water runs out, they'll burn. But I like some that are slightly burnt. It enhances the taste because it will absorb all the other nutrients in the water into the cold. That is true scientifically, but it is what I believe because I've seen a slightly bent comb tastes better than a plain comb. It tastes like it has been roasted. A roasted comb tastes better than a boiled comb. So some have to add something on a boiled comb, like they add salt, even a roasted one becomes useful. I just wanted to explain as it is. I like that way. So yeah, I've put it on. I think we need a lid. This is not the right lid, but it is a lid. Because I don't know where the right lid is. I'm not much of this kitchen. This is the mistake of this kitchen. To know where everything is. There's 6,000 I do cook now and again, but not all the time. So I might not use the right tools, but I know what I'm doing. Just see some of my cooking videos. You will see how I've done. I'm cooking salsa. And some, what else did I cook? Many other things that I cook. You go back and watch the videos. Like what I cook. You will see them. Salsa is a staple meal for Zimbabweans or most Africans, especially in the southern region, in SADC and the surrounding countries, from South Africa right up to Zambia, Malawi, you know, in Zimbabwe we call it saga, in South Africa we call it papa, and in Malawi and Zambia it's called sima. I think in Botswana they call it papa as well. So it is the staple food. When there's a drought and there's not enough maize cobs or maize, that's what I call it, grown or to fail to grow, that is when it is determined that there is a famine in the country and the people will not have sufficient food. It is measured by the quantity of maize cob that has been harvested. If you harvest enough maize all over, then there's no hunger because everything else is secondary. The main meal is cob. And it reminds me when I was a young boy, we used to have cobs as a meal during the harvest season. When you're harvesting, when they are fresh from the field, we would have a plate full of cobs, boiled cobs. I remember my mom would put them there, and then me and my brother would have one after another until, but usually they were bigger cobs, just that with our size and little stomach, we hardly finished the two. We only had 1 inch thing that was enough for the day. Because they were bigger cobs. And during that time, remember my parents never had to buy seed from a seed company or something like that. What they grow on the field, when harvesting, they retain some of the grain as seed for plantation in the next season. And it works. So now they have to rely on these seed companies. They say they put a certain type of seeds, this one and that, and this and that. I don't know, maybe it helps, but it actually invaded into the system that people used to. It was so simple. Food did not have to go to the shop to look for or wait months and months for a seed. Nowadays, people in Zimbabwe, every planting season, they have to wait for seed, either from government or from other donors, or they actually have to buy it. Those who have money buy it. Those who don't have money expect to get some donation from those who have, yeah, they have and they have not. So the gap becomes too wide if that interaction is not properly addressed, where people have put too much and some have little or almost nothing. It's unfair in this world, okay? Almost done. And see, it's all done. Never since I've been told that carrots make a very good drink, and the carrots improve eyesight. So I believe it's a way to blend this in a blender into a smoothie of sorts with some beetroot or something. I'll get some beetroot so that it makes a better flavor. I like beetroot. I don't know. I was told that it helps something with the blood. I don't know. I have not read that biology. I have not really got that information. But I just like the taste of beetroot. When I'm eating beetroot, I feel like I'm eating something natural, something herbal, something that the body needs. And when you eat something the body needs, the body works well. So I think it is wise to try and eat more vegetables than meat. One thing that I think my people in Africa have overlooked is that they tend to believe that the sima, the salsa, that thick porridge that we make from maize, corn powder or flour, which they call ugali in Kenya, and we say salsa or sima. The thing is, most Africans tend to only eat that and some meat. So I think the current problems with diabetes, some people are associating that to the kind of food that people are eating. I don't know what can be done to highlight to people, but once people have tasted something, it's hard to leave or to stop it. Just like I said, I like corn cobs. And if you look in one of my videos when I was in Zimbabwe, I had a roasted one. So you see, it is coming to us. So I don't know if it is scientifically proven that diabetes is from the kind of food that we eat in Africa, because it was taken the toll now in Zimbabwe. So almost everyone I know has got diabetes, including my family. So it is a very disturbing issue. If something can be done, some research has to be done to find out what is the source of this diabetes. Is it man-made or is it naturally absorbed without conscious? People just taking it without knowing or taking heed of the precautions they're supposed to take. Food can be nice, but in other ways, almost every food that we eat causes something wrong in the body. I think it's the quantity that we have to control. So we have to have set up balanced diets to ensure that our health is good. A balanced diet is necessary. Otherwise, the whole nation is going to be wiped out with diabetes. Slowly but surely. That is a very dangerous precedent. I don't know. What do you think? It's a subject to discuss. Many people think that I'm hallucinating or something, but it's something that is really worrying. People think it's serious. It's a worrying. It's a problem. It's an issue that the people have to address, and they address very quickly. I lost my peeler. So what I do is I do this with a knife. I'll have to buy another peeler. I've got to go through all these. Doing this, so I'm not going to waste your time. I'll do this and show you when I'm done. And what's the carrots chopped up, I put it in the blender. And I've got beetroots. This is chopped up beetroots. I always buy some sliced. It's diced. You could dice. So I just add some of it. I'll open the can now. cooking with. That's it. See, guys, beetroot. It's I think it's beetroot juice in vinegar. So I'm gonna put this in there. I need a spoon. I've done about half the bottle. I'll leave some for the next concoction. These are concoctions that we've learned to make just to maybe do something that we think will prolong our life. Because we need to serve a purpose living in this world. Not only living to eat, but to create something that helps the world. When we say helping the world, we mean the people. That is why people are always at each other's throat. Because some people are too greedy. They want everything for themselves. To get that the others to share with. Add some water there. A bit more water. So it's diced beetroot in vinegar, carrots, and water. Let's try it and see. See that froth makes it a real smoothie. Let's see if it tastes any better than carrot on its own or beetroot on its own or water on its own. You know water does not taste. I will taste it. Not too sweet. It's not very sweet. It's not sweet. It is sweet, but not very sweet. Very mild sweet. Yeah, I would say mild sweetness. I think it is just the right type. Because we're used to having too sweet things. Then when something is not so up to a standard of taste, we tend to go for sweetness. This is where sugar intake becomes a problem, which I understand is another problem with diabetes. Sugar. It's the sugar that we get from all these foods. But they say sugar from fruit, natural fruit like apples and the mangoes and the bananas. That's the sucrose that we get from fruit. Oh no, fructose. Lactose we get from milk. Natural milk, lactose. It's the processed foods that seem to have problems. But I don't know now. Yeah, I've just processed something. This is processing. If it is a problem, then I'm creating another problem. But people have said that these smoothies are much better than what we get, like a milkshake made with too sweet milk and sugar. We don't know, some sweetener that is added there. Talk of sweeteners. I've seen a variety of sweeteners now on the market. What are the ingredients used to make sweeteners? We say we don't want to use sugar to put the sweetener, but the sweetener is just as sweet as sugar. So what is it made of? In the comments, please. Now that I've shown you how I do my smoothie, I don't know what I'm going to do next. But if you've not seen me making a salsa, you'll see it if you go back to my other videos. If you look on the other videos, salsa in Baba Kobe's video, so the YouTube channel, you'll get it. You'll find food salsa, food, some other vegetables, and made some salads. Fruit salads are my favorite. I prefer making a fruit salad as a dessert for people, and I've seen that many like it. Maybe it's because of the fructose in the fruits. If it is dangerous, please tell us, what can you do? Are we going to stop eating bananas? Are we going to stop eating apples? Are we going to stop eating pears? One of my favorites. Are we going to stop eating mangoes? Are we going to stop eating peaches? Talk of peaches, I come from very far away. Peaches. In a compound somewhere in Rwanda, my father grew a couple of peach trees, and they became so fruitful that the people, our neighbors, used to come. We didn't even sell them. Some people sold fruit, but we never even sold them. We were just handing them out to our neighbors. We produced so much. There was so much. I think we had about three trees, just 3 trees. But they've grown so big and they had so much branches. And whenever they had fruit, there was so much that we could not consume it on our own. We had to share it with neighbors. That's the responsibility. It's sharing what we have with the neighbors. That is common in Africa. Then came the money. That was before people knew so much about money. Nowadays, they know so much about money that anything they grow has to produce something to sell. If I'm wrong there, please advise. This is Baba Kobe. If you like this video, please like, share, and comment. Bye for now. Ciao.
I just said a lot of things when I was cooking these cobs. I'm having it now. And it happened the way I explained it. So if you look at that corner, it was slightly burning, and that makes it taste better than a plainly boiled one in too much water. So when there's very little water, it runs out, and then it begins to get the heat of the pot. It's like you're frying it, but without any fat or anything. That heat makes it taste much better.